And I call the member for Lindsay.
My question is to the Minister for Communications. Can the minister update my community in Lindsay, and especially those with inadequate broadband, on the progress of the NBN? Why is it important to roll it out sooner and more affordably in Western Sydney? How would the government ensure NBN accountability to the parliament and the people?
I call the Minister for Communications.
I thank the honourable member for her question and congratulate her on her election and her maiden speech yesterday. Now, as the honourable member will know, the people of Western Sydney have been receiving Labor promises unfulfilled of better infrastructure for years, at least half a dozen rail projects from the state government and from the Labor federal government. They were told before the election that there were 85,000 homes in Western Sydney where construction had commenced. But in fact, building contracts had only been signed for half of those. But another fact that was denied the people of Western Sydney at the election was that there were, in fact, only 303 homes in brownfield areas actually connected to the NBN. 303 in all of Western Sydney, a region of 1.9 million people, and that after 6 years in government and more than $5 billion in taxpayers' funding. And of course, the honourable member knows, and we all know, that there are many areas in Australia that have absolutely inadequate broadband, often no broadband at all. And that's why my department is conducting a comprehensive survey to ask for the first time to ascertain where the broadband needs are greatest. But I was out in the honourable member for Chifley's electorate last week in Derwent Parade in Blacktown to see some broadband being rolled out by the NBN, fibre to the premises. Was that an area of inadequate broadband? No, Madam Speaker, it was not. The people of Derwent Parade could buy not one but two competing 100 megabit per second broadband services from each of Telstra and Optus. So while there were homes in Western Sydney who had no broadband, the NBN was being rolled out in the honourable member for Chifley's electorate in streets where they had some of the best broadband in Australia. Now, the honourable member asked me about accountability. Unlike the Labor Party, which, in talking about the NBN and statistics, didn't speak English but Conrovian, a bizarre Orwellian language that was impossible to understand and calculated to mislead, we are publishing every week the up-to-date rollout figures in plain English. Every single week we're publishing them. But it gets worse, Madam Speaker, for the Labor Party.
Some silence on my
the
left.
honourable member for Blaxland, the Shadow Minister, and I agreed that there would be again a joint committee on the NBN as there was in the last parliament. And we agreed that that should be the committee that dealt with it. But Senator Lundy, the disappointed Senator Lundy, rolled him, and there is now a Senate committee looking into the NBN, on which, Madam Speaker, neither of the Leader of the Opposition's broadband spokesmen are able to sit. What a failure of leadership on behalf of the opposition.
I call the honourable member